And here we are in the next video where we're going to actually start doing stuff with the things we downloaded from SAP, which were the files for the Hana Express. We're going to install that on a Linux machine, a VM. We're going to use in this video series the WSL, the Windows Subsystem for Linux. You can of course put this on your own VM of Linux or your own run of Linux on your computer. One thing to note is that you will need to turn on virtualization either at your BIOS level, if you're running a VM of course. If not, don't worry about it. And I am running here workstation, VMware workstation, and it's got this this would be like the BIOS. I need to be able to select the VT, XEPT, the virtualization settings for the chipset, and I'm going to need to restart to do that. So I'm just going to shut down this computer. It's a brand new Windows install. I'm going to say shut down because I can't make this change without shutting this down. So I'm just going to pause this until the shutdown completes. Okay, now that it's on, I'm going to right click onto the settings, which is off the screen here, but I'll move this on here. We're going to go to processors and turn that on. Also note I bumped up the memory to 26 gigabytes, and that should be enough to start. We're going to start this guy up, whenever. Here we go. Windows going to town, and I'll be back when it's up. And we're back. So one thing to note here is that this is, again, the VMware stuff. And sometimes, well, like in my case, I'm running this actual installation of WSL on my real monster machine underneath this VM guest. And it's using the Hyper-V stuff, which isn't very fun dealing with the virtualization with VMware. So if you run this in a VM like I'm doing, and you want the virtualization within the virtualization, recursive virtualization, I guess, just run this command as an admin on the host, on your host, not the VM, and to set it back, set it there, and this will get us to the point where we can actually get the host to run. So what we're going to do now is, spoiler alert here, is we're going to install the WSL items. You can do this through PowerShell, or you can come in the control panels and look at programs, features, let it draw the features, and we're going to go, what's Windows Subsystem for Linux is what we want to install. So we're going to do that through these commands. So I'm just going to open up a command prompt and run it as administrator, and I'll put this stuff in the video's comments. So you run this guy, right? See if I can get the whole thing. Copy, paste. I say no restart here, but I'm going to restart it, even though I said don't restart, just to get the goodness out of it. And you'll see if there's anything that's actually, it's getting ready to do some updates. Restarting goes quickly. It's coming back. I'll put it on pause. This is boring. Maybe I'll put it on pause. Yeah, it's updating stuff, so that's good to restart it. And we're back, and of course, let's open up another command prompt. Command as admin. So we've turned on the virtualization at the, yes, run that, please, at the VM level. So we're simulating the BIOS VM enablement virtualization. We also want to run it to enable the feature virtual machine so that we can do it with the WSL as well. And we'll need a restart after this one too, I'm sure, just to be fun. Let's just click restart. Let's see, it's putting in updates. And I'll be back in a minute. And it's putting updates on for that one too, so restart is good. And I hope this is the last step. we're going to want to run the version 2 of WSL. Version 1 is more of an emulation, I guess. And this is a full kernel, so we're going to set that. In other words, we want to run a real VM with the kernel that we're going to use for this Hana standalone database. And I think that's good enough. We can type WSL now and get a help. Hey, no, we don't have any distros here, so let's go get one. Now, I don't know if you know this, or maybe you do, but Hana runs on Red Hat and Suse Linux. So I'm going to look for openSuse and try to simulate as much as possible the enterprise version of Suse. And I'm going to pick, I guess I'm picking Leap 15.5. Let's pick the newest one. And I'm just coming into the Microsoft store, picking it. It should be a free distro. I don't know how long it's going to take to come here. I'm going to say get no to whatever that question was. And I'm going to click install. Is it going to require me to log in? I'm going to say no to that. But it's downloading there, and here we go. So this is good. So Yahoo, right? So we can launch the product, or we can launch it from right there. So sponsor right there. And we're going to walk through, let's minimize this console, the initial setup. Oh, it says requires an update. I forgot one important point here. So I'm going to close this. WSL needs the update. So we're going to do data update. And say yes to that. And it's going to download that. So sorry, a little bit ahead of myself. This update shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to put it on pause till it's done. And I'm going to restart because I am that paranoid. And I'll be back. Okay, we restarted already, so let's open this guy up again and Windows-Subsystem for Linux. How about that? Let's get to initializing our openSuse Leap 15.5. As that runs, I'm going to open up the command prompt as well. As administrator, yes please. What is that? And this is just a general setup. We're just going to, through at the tab, shift tab, next through these things, agree to the user license agreement. Next. I'm going to put my username. I'm Chris. Create a secret password. Oh, yeah, next. Have it run. I'm going to open up this Windows store again. And I think there was something open. This is 15.5. Down here. Somewhere. It says what you do to update the repositories, I think. Maybe I'm high. I don't know. Don't think I am. Overview. Am I not seeing it? I know I saw it. Maybe it's under requirements. Nope. Hold on while I look for this. Found it. That's what I'm looking for right there. Let's open that there. It says the install's done. Finish. What we're going to do is just do this. Sudo zipper ref b sudo zipper up. Be nice, don't use your password for evil, I think that's what that's saying. Just type that in, only remember it. Anyway, it's going to go build all this stuff out, and at the end we shall have a running distribution. We can come in to the WSL thing right now. WSL is a list all my stuff and make it verbose. What we want to see is this thing right there running in version 2, which is exactly what and where we want to be. yes, go, and pretty much the end of this video. The next video, we're going to go off and install the HANA database onto this, guess it's container. More than a container, though. But anyway, talk to you. Well, let's let this finish. I'll put it on pause so we can see the prompt at the end. Or maybe if this. I don't know why these windows just do this. And we're here. So, end of video, and I will talk to you on the next one later.